Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
What's going on, peeps? Today's a video a lot of you guys have been requesting. I have just been super busy, but well, I guess it's not even late. The season's not even here yet. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and break down to you my starting five, what I think the Pistons will throw out there, and then I'm going to go through and do the bench, and the bench gets really interesting. So, without further ado, we'll go ahead and knock out the starting lineup because I really only think there's one position up for grabs right now, and I'll talk about that, but starting at point guard is going to be the second-year guy, technically his rookie season. After his first season, he had a pretty bad injury with that hip, and that is Killian Hayes. I think that this is his time to show that he's improved. You can see in the summer league he looked more aggressive. He still got a long ways to go, but his ball handling improved, his aggressiveness improved. It's all about continuing to build off of that and be more consistent. At the two guard, none other than the first overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. The one that everyone's hating on all of a sudden. The one that they did not want to come to the D, and that's none other than the only Cade Cunningham. I think that him playing the two in the summer league was very important for him and Killian to play together. Doesn't mean he's going to be a natural shooting guard. At times, I'm sure he'll be bringing the ball up and initiating the offense, but it's something that in modern NBA, you got to have multiple playmakers and someone who can initiate the offense, and him and Killian can do that together. They can work. I believe in it. At small forward, all rookie first team. USA team select. USA team. The Deke, Saddiq Bey. I'm very, very excited to watch his second year. I don't know if I've ever seen a rookie in the Pistons come in and shoot the lights out like he did. He's only gotten better. The summer league looked like he didn't even belong there. Like he was just like casual about it. Like he didn't care. I think that this young man's got so much potential. The sky's the limit for him. And I know everyone's talking about Cade and stuff, but Saddiq Bey, man, watch out. Year two, he should put up some good numbers. Power forward, gold medalist, Jeremy Grant. I don't have any cool nicknames for Jeremy Grant. I'm sorry. But, yeah, he needs to be out there. And I don't think anyone's going to question that. But 20 points per game last year. I'm going to be very interested to see what he's going to average this year now that we've gotten Cade. That's going to be a primary option on offense. So like I said, Saddiq Bey had a great year last year. I'm sure he's going to get some more touches and some more opportunities. So Grant's numbers might go down a little bit. But that's okay. Right now, his role is to get buckets when we need him to. And I'm sure if it's a close game and, if Cade's not doing it, if Saddiq's not doing it, then Grant is for sure going to be that guy. I still think right now, going into the season, a big shot on the line, I still think the Pistons go to Grant right now until Saddiq or Cade take that away from him. Because, Cade's a rookie. Saddiq, this is year number 2. You don't want to put too much pressure on these guys. You don't want them to fold right now. So you kind of got to protect them and baby them a little bit. Not a whole lot. But Grant's going to be the leader. He's going to be the voice out there for everyone to buy in and focus up. And then at center, this is the position that is up for grabs right now. I don't know who is going to be the starting center day number 1. Obviously, I want Beef Stew. But I think that the Pistons are going to start Kelly Olynyk. You paid him a lot of money in the offseason. A great pickup. He's going to fit the team very, very well. But the same reason you have to play Jeremy Grant and let him take the shots to take pressure off of the young guys, same reason you have to do with Kelly Olynyk. He's going to open up the floor for Cade and Killian. And the floor spacing is just going to be insane with that lineup. I mean, seriously, all those guys can shoot threes at a really good clip with the exception of Killian as of right now. So if Killian's running the offense and they're doing a pick and pop or a pick and roll, you're going to have 3-4 other guys on the perimeter that can shoot. It's going to open up everything offensively. Defensively, it'll be okay. Kelly Olynyk, he tries. But, sometimes faster centers get by him. And if there's a mismatch, it's going to be what it is. But we'll figure it out. That's why at the bench, you got Beef Stew. And maybe Beef Stew and Olynyk will flip-flop depending on who we're playing and stuff like that. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, with the bench, this is where it gets interesting. Because I'm looking at the roster, and we got Corey Joseph, we got Saben Lee as point guards on the roster. But I'm going back to Houston on this one. This is something I talked about before, if you remember. What Houston did when they had CP3 and Harden, and again with Westbrook and Harden, is one of those two guys was on the floor every single minute. Either you dealt with Westbrook or CP3, or it was Harden. And I think that's what Cade and Killian's roles are going to be. I don't know how much we're going to see of Corey Joseph or Saben Lee this year. I think that Cade and Killian are going to get a majority of the minutes. Maybe not right off the rip to start the season. You might see Corey Joseph get some of those reps. I don't know. But if I was the Pistons, I would really have Cade or Killian out there at all times. I really would. It'd be a lot more fun to watch. And, it would help the team get better. Killian's a guy who can push it. Cade's a guy who can push it. Cade can go get a bucket. Killian can pass it like no other. And both of them look like they'd be pretty solid defenders. So it's just an option for the Pistons. But this is just my rotation. So if you have a different opinion, leave it down below. Shooting guard. We're going to have Frank Jackson, the Fro Jr. Brought him back on a good deal. He had a great year last year, and I think he's someone who can contribute off the bench and be a six-man type player for us, coming off the bench and go get us some buckets. At small forward, and this is where it gets interesting because a lot of these guys can play the same position. And, maybe these guys aren't playing the positions I'm saying, but maybe they flip-flop. But small forward, I'm going Diallo. I'm very excited the Pistons brought him back. He was one of my favorite players last year. His defense is great. He's a great slasher. Just needs to work on that three-point shot, which he's been in the lab every single day putting up shots, so hopefully that will get better. But talk about potential. He's got some potential, man. If he puts it all together, if he develops that shot, sky's the limit for him, too. So at power forward, I'm going to have to go Josh Jackson. And it's not an easy decision. I actually, 5 minutes before I recorded this, went through my list, and I had to take Sekou out. Because I don't think the Pistons are going to play Sekou over Josh Jackson or Diallo. Those are Troy Weaver's guys. He brought him in here to contribute, and Sekou in the NBA has not really proven much yet. And again, a lot of it's because of lack of opportunity, but I just don't see him being a solid part of the rotation to start the year. And then at center, you got Beef Stew. We've already talked about that. So, now with that being said, we're not done. Because I said there's some rotational players. So like I said, Kojo, Corey Joseph, Saben Lee. These are guys you can bring in if Killian is playing off of back-to-back, you don't want to play him. Or, God forbid, if he got hurt again. These are some players you can bring up to be part of the rotation. And they might be the backup point guard. I don't think that should be the way we go. And then Sekou Doumbouya is a guy who can flip and play multiple positions. You can play him at the small forward, power forward, and at times you can play him at center, depending on who's playing center on the other team. But then again, like a guy like Grant or Sadiq get hurt and banged up, going to miss a couple games, you can plug Sekou right in and it'd be fine. So I think we got some nice pieces here that can be plugged in. Plus, we got some of these rookies that we don't really know what to expect yet. Luka Garza, he killed it in the Summer League. I'm really excited we got a guy like this. He's a high-energy guy. He's going to hustle and bust his ass every single day to work hard, perform for the Detroit Pistons. I just don't know if he's ready for the NBA yet. He might spend a lot more time in the G League. And on the flip side, Isaiah Livers. I don't know what to expect of him on an NBA level yet. We haven't seen him come back from an injury. So it's going to be very interesting to see when he gets healthy what his role with the team is going to be. But those two guys, man, can come in and help this team. They just might not be a part of the constant rotation. They're going to have to fight. They're going to have to earn those minutes. So the Pistons have a lot of options. And just because I love someone out of the rotation doesn't mean they're not going to be part of it. This is just my opinion. And it was tough. There's a reason I haven't uploaded in multiple days here because I've been trying to do this list. It's just like I don't know what's going to happen. There's so many what ifs and who should be over where. So it should be a fun year for the Pistons, man. I don't think we have too many bums on this team. We got a couple. but nothing where I'm like, man, Corey Joseph played 15 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at that. I won't be. I mean, I'm not gonna brag about it, but I don't think we have any bums. No scrubs, man. I'm excited for this team. It's gonna be fun to watch. But let me know what you guys' starting five and your bench rotation would be. Drop that down below in the comments. If you agree with me, let me know. Make sure you go check out my merch. I got some merch. I got some more ideas that will be coming along the way. That link will be down below. Check that out. Instagram, Twitter, DS members in the description. Check it all out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And that's the bottom line, because Double D said so. Peace.